Welcome back. So on Monday, we'll be having a special episode of Your View to celebrate International Women's Day in conjunction with Lush Hair, one of our partners. To commemorate that special day, we'll be having a live audience in the studio. If you want to be a part of the live audience, please go to our social media pages and follow the prompt there. We'll be giving out special gifts and other things. It will be an interesting one as they'll be unveiling their new ambassadors on the show. Please go to our social media pages and follow the prompts there to be a part of the audience. Thank you. Back to our business for today. So yesterday there was pandemonium at the headquarters of Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company in Alausa, Lagos, as multiple viral videos showed presence of armed military personnel in the facility. Confirming the incident to newsmen, Kingsley Okotie, who is the spokesperson for Ikeja Disco, said the Nigerian Air Force personnel vandalized the company's office, assaulted staff members, and made away with several company assets. It happened this morning from the Nigerian Air Force Sam Eknam Barracks Ikeja. Says they are owing us over 4 billion. They were disconnected and this is what we got. And that's according to the spokesperson Okoti. He says they came, they invaded our offices. You know, as I speak with you now, I have a fractured leg. They molested and assaulted our staff. They went away with about 15 or 16 of our vehicles, with our drivers driving them at one point. He said that's, you know, what he reported. And the question is, I don't know how many of you saw the viral video. What are your thoughts on what happened? You can join the conversation and call us on 09016352013 or 09024163440. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. So I heard that happened. The videos I saw did not. The video I saw was the conference. I think the media, they had the media people and they were explaining what happened. So I didn't see the viral videos where, you know, that was happening. And I had to read in the papers again what exactly happened. And I have my own personal thoughts on that. But let me come to the ladies. What did you think?
So I'm going to air my views, regardless of the fact that the people that are quarreling have said that they've resolved their disputes.
Okay, that was that conference table.
Yes, that they resolved that they have a better understanding and communication amongst themselves. So we know that you people have resolved, but we shall talk about it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to speak from both sides. Yes, on both sides. So first, owing a business is a business, and the Ikeja Electric Distribution Company, they are a business, and owing someone over 4 billion naira, that's a lot. Do you want to cripple them? How do you expect them to do business? How do you expect them to pay salaries? How, like, what exactly? You know, it's just all from shades of wrong. And I want to believe that if you're owing like that, especially if you're a government body, then there should be a payment plan on how these things work. You know, where the meetings are, because I want to believe that before they disconnected them, they would have had communications, you know, to look for ways to sort this out. But then on the other side, 10 days is a lot for an Air Force base because of our national security. We have to take that into consideration before taking such measures. What are the procedures or processes that needs to be followed before cutting off the electricity off the Air Force base because of our national security? Because during that time that they didn't have light, anybody can breach firewalls, anything can happen. There's just so much to it. But regardless of that being said, that doesn't mean that the way the personnel of the Air Force acted is right. We always say no to violence. There should have been a better way to go about these things, even though now that they've gone to, I know that Nigeria, most times people will say, if you don't make noise, if you don't shout, things will not happen. They will not answer you, right? But then now that they went to shout, they answered them because you can't pass shout, but then they don't give them light. You can't pass shout. But another thing that they did, so the reason why you did not see some videos you saw were broken seats or tables, is because they were smart enough to scatter all the CCTVs. Yes, so you can't actually hold them to it. And they also said that the personnel of the Ikeja Electric Distribution Company, Your personnel, the drivers are the ones that even drove the cars that the first time. Imagine I come to take your thing and then I make you sit down there. I make you drive it. Hey. Power pass power.
But there was no gun, no nothing. So I don't know why the drivers decided to drive the cars out.
You don't collect slap from Navy man.
Are you 16?
What are you talking about? Now, like soldier now. Yeah, that's the training.
Okay, so for me, when I had when I actually saw one of the videos where they were jumping out of the fence and all. Okay, so 4 billion is a trigger. It will really trigger because it's a lot of money. By the time you hear 4 billion, you start thinking, where are we going to start paying from? How are we going to get there? And I know how, you know how this Ikeja, the electricity company, you know how they function. They will have taken their bill, and then they will, most times, maybe if your bill is supposed to be 50,000, by the time they bring the bill, you're going to be paying 25. You'll be paying 25. You'll be paying 25. They'll be giving you light, be giving you hope, be giving you all of that. Then at the end of the day, they are now, look at the amount, it's now 4 billion that they are owing. So I'm sure what will have happened is, by the time they had the 4 billion, they'll be like, how are we going to pay this money? Man, we have to do something drastic that will make them listen to us. Because look at now, it took them 10 days before they were, they disconnected them for 10 days. That's a long time to stay without lights. I can imagine what will have been in their freezer, everything will have gone bad. And as look at now, they went there and they. So I'm going to fault the Ikeja people because the Ikeja Electric, I'm saying somebody didn't do their job and they didn't do their job very well. But at the same time, Nigerians, we need to learn how to react when we are in situations like this. Destroying those properties, we're the ones that will come and pay for it at the end of the day. We'll pay for them back at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So the approach is not to go and start destroying anything. You go, you destroy. They said they destroyed laptops. They packed all the laptops, destroyed chairs. And at the end of the day, when you do all this destruction, they are still going to look for money to be able to, do that thing that you want them to do. Where are they going to get the money? Look at them. You are owing 4 billion. So where are they going to get the money to replace all those things? So the approach, that's not the best way to get them to come and reconnect your lights. All of you can come together, put money together, go have, sit down like reasonable human beings and discuss time to time. And then if you can even discuss, they can even ration the light for you, So, and when I saw the way they were jumping out of the fence, they could have been injured. Something can happen to you.
That's
if you see the way
jumping.
They were jumping, and all. So it's really a very bad situation.
I would say 2 wrongs don't make it right. And I have a lot to say regarding this particular matter. First of all, I want to actually talk about the way we are reactive in nature as Nigerians. We don't apply the preventive measures. It's just like this building collapse and all that. We keep seeing the same thing over and over again, and nothing is done about a certain thing until it escalates. Now, as I said, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but there's a way you should address issues. Due process. There's a lack of respect for due process in Nigeria mostly. Majorly because some people have lost confidence in the process, the justice system and all that. But who are the ones in charge of this, the supply of this electricity? Are there payments for this particular barracks? Who is in charge of getting the allocation? Who pays these bills? So if you stop paying at certain time, what happened at the time these bills were not paid? Now, I don't know what happens there, but we shouldn't forget that these people are public servants. They put their life out there for us. So the least they have is basic comfort. We know how it is with us when you can't sleep at night. And we know how this barracks looks. Their welfare is nothing to write home about. So these guys are out there fighting for us. The least they can do is basically, we know they talk about their welfare packages open, but they're not doing anything about it. Yeah, it's not right that they've gone to do this. I'm going to talk about them too. But I think that government should be more concerned about these people who hold guns and who protect the citizens. Because of the frustration, we all know that as humans, no matter the profession you're in, you're bound to have a mental breakdown. You're bound to have you know, frustration, desperation, and you can't tell what a human being would do when they're desperate. So I think that we should look into making sure that these our military men are okay mentally. Now I will talk about the military high-handedness in Nigeria.
Before you go to military high-handedness, we have a caller on the line, Boniface. Good morning, Boniface. Are you there? Oh, sorry. Yeah, continue again.
Okay, so for the military high-handedness, we've seen victimization of civilians for no reason. Sometimes once they are in that uniform, you wonder if there's a brain existing, because they are always doing things that you'll be asking, is this an armed robber or a military person? You're paid with the taxpayers' money to protect them. Now they went to vandalize these things. Do you know how many people would have been traumatized? The people you're supposed to be protecting, you're traumatizing them. So I think that there should be a way that things like this have happened. Who were the people involved? If we're civilians, you will see they would have...
Hang on a minute. Here Boniface is back. Boniface, are you there now?
Okay. So who were the people who were involved in this act? What are you going to do to them? Because they disrupted the peace of that area at the time. If it was a civilian, we know by now it would have been, we've been talking about how we prosecute them. So we are talking about bad eggs in the military. When we see them, let's make sure that we punish them. We are not saying anything, but at least let's see that the others are learning. But the cover-ups, they're not helping at all, because this one's okay, nothing will happen. What can happen in this Nigeria? It's us. You know, is who you know. So it doesn't work. Now, I will still go back to NEROC and electricity distribution companies. The unequal band allocation process is alarming. It's frustrating. You're charging everybody in this area
you didn't even give them an option.
You didn't even ask me if I want to.
Yes, if I wanted to be in band A or band, no option. They just move you.
How do you move from subscribing from 5,000 or 10,000 to 50,000, 100,000? And minimum wage is not even enough for the electricity. So people are bound to be frustrated. So that's why I started with two wrongs don't make it right. If you are coming to the table to talk about, let's talk about it so that tomorrow it doesn't happen. It happened in Ikeja today. Let it not happen in Port Harcourt tomorrow or Lagos or Abuja. There should be some people who are leading us and people who are in charge of the runnings and the workability of Nigeria should sometimes sit down and think, ask questions,
so
and look for a way forward.
So I'm happy that this is not just affecting this electricity thing, not just affecting individuals, it's also affecting government agencies. But then the difference here is that these people that are so angry, they're not supposed to be discussing amongst themselves internally, because it's I don't know the budget that is given to them for them to be able to electricity and stuff. So this is an internal issue. So if the military men that went to fight the Ikeja distribution electric people, they are not supposed to go there to fight. They're supposed to be fighting their own people, their superiors, their ogas, and to ask them, why have our electricity not been paid? Why don't we have light? It's an internal issue, because it's not a personal issue where I would say we're living in a compound. I'll say you bring your money, may I bring my money? Why have you not brought your money? Now the NEPA has come to cut the lights. No, this is an agency. This is right of the federal government. So there's a way and there's a structure whereby these monies are paid, allocated. So it's all about misplaced priority, because you're going to fight another person when your problem is inside. Who is owing the 4 billion? What meetings that people have? During the 10 days that there was blackout, did your superiors call people to say, okay, there's blackout, we are owing so amount of money, we apologize, okay, we can ration, what can we do? Can everybody come up with ideas? Like, what was done internally before carrying fights to go outside? That's one. Secondly, it's easy to come out and say we've resolved the issue, there is peace, we have better understanding and communication. That's bullshit. Lives were affected.
People on live television.
Okay, sorry. People were beaten up.
Right?
Broken legs and limbs. What will happen to those people? Are you just going to tell those people sorry? Exactly. What will happen? Yes. What redress are these individuals going to get? Because actions have consequences. And you are Air Force, and you are the Air Force, the Air Force body. I want to believe that you have better discipline than the regular citizen, right? You should comport yourself better.
Yeah.
So you acting in that manner must have there must be consequences to that action, and it's not just to come and tell us that we are sorry, there's better communication or whatever. We want to see the way you acted in publicly. We also want to see redress publicly and see what's going to happen with this issue.
Amazing. You stole my thoughts from me.
Like totally.
When I was processing, I'm like, this is a government agency. So if and it's unfortunate in this part of the world that governments are the most debtors that we have. Every organization that provides services for government will tell you that they know they pay. They can owe you for years, they will not pay, right? And it's not a good thing because there's allocation for these things. We see the budget every time, appropriation bill here and there, flying up and down. There's usually a budget for it. So if you can, there was a time, I can't remember which year, that we heard that Aso Rock was owing. National. These businesses are struggling to survive. Now, because you're not paying them, they are passing the bill to the common man. So you work, you are earning a minimum wage. You are paying a NEPA bill of one state, of one agency that is not paying because somehow they have to make their money back. So they transfer all of this. It's like when a few years back, we were talking in my area where some people were stealing lights. You know, they will bypass. Their meters. So that during that estimated billing time. So when they see what has gone from the transformer to this area, if you like, allow your people to bypass, so they will share all the bill equally and pass it to people who are innocent, people who are guilty. Everybody. That's exactly what is happening in this case, where the common man is made to pay what government agencies should have been paying. They are constantly talking about the fact that they don't have enough infrastructure to even give us, to generate that light that we need to power our businesses, our homes and everything. And a government agency is seen to be owing. That's one point. It is unfair. 4 billion is too much for these people to have even kept quiet for this long time. I will not be running business. You owe me more than 200k and I've not collected your piece. I will take your piece. You will not have peace. How did it get to 4 billion? Exactly. From 500,000 naira. We're already shouting. What were they doing? Because this is a business. Now, I like what you said about, you know, going internal and asking the right questions. And Abigail also mentioned something like that. You should have that conversation. Our gas, we don't have light. How do we function? So it's not for you to go out there and vandalize people, beat them up. They are not your problem. It's your gas who probably have chopped your money. They have not paid what they're supposed to pay, or they did not collect. I don't want to believe that they were not given allocation to pay. They may also, not have been given. So we shout, let the president hear that you are not allocating this, and the people who are supposed to be preserving our lives are in darkness. So, let me calm down. We have Ijoma before I come to you, ladies. Ijoma, are you there? Don't listen to the TV. Has she gone?
She has gone.
Oh, sorry about that.
She's still on the phone.
Don't listen to the TV. Just listen to the phone and speak directly if you're still there.
And the ladies of the view. No, the TV is down already.
Okay, yes, we can hear you now. We need volume.
The TV is down.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dear ladies of the view, good morning.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, please, in as much as, thank you for this topic, and in as much as I'm not supporting the effort, but we should be there. One of you has said they are in the queues. That when we are sleeping in the night, they are there under the sun, under everything. They are suffering for us. Please, people should divert your discussion to Ikeja Electric. They are also dubious. And in my house, no AC, no iron, nothing. They are charging me 5,000 every day.
Wow.
Every day, no AC. For 3 years now, I've not ironed my dress.
Whoa.
All my family. And they charge us 5,000 every day. And they should also, who knows? And now, the old people that have old meter, they are permanent, and that one is not charging as much as they want. So they force people to take the one that they have set,
the new meters,
to charge over and above what we are using.
Yeah.
Is that not dubious?
Yes.
Who not see this effort from their calculation and everything? How are we sure they are owing them that
up to that amount.
What they use, it is up to that 4 billion. These people, please call. You people should call all these power companies into order. They are dubious, very, very dubious. They brought a meter for me. Within 10 days, the meter blew up. They made me and my husband to pay.
For another one. Wow.
2 times they brought this meter. We paid about 70-something thousand naira for the meter.
Wow.
Within 10 days, something blew up. Another 20 days or 1 month, something blew up. All this one, they made us to pay. Now, all of a sudden, they come and carry that meter when it has over every 3 months, every 2 months, it's the same story. Now they brought forcing us to pay so much. So please, my dear ladies of the View, they can't hear my voice, they can hear your voice. Please,
they are hearing you now.
What did this electric
Yeah. Thank you so much. They have their own. Which one still going?
So
let me hear Abigail. And
I'd like to say something. You know that most of the time, air filters, you hear that a particular group, a particular organization is required to turn in a certain amount of money.
Okay.
The remittances and the internally generated revenue, we know that sometimes they tell you your what do they call it? Your parastatal is not bringing enough money. They don't want to know the challenges around remitting a certain amount of money. What they want to know is how much are you bringing per year. So most Nigerians and most agencies allegedly have started looking for a way to generate income so they can do their turnovers and their annual remittances. So I won't be surprised if this is a way that the NERC electricity distribution company, they are using to make their own internally generated revenue. But I think it's unfair on the people. I had an experience one time.
Let's pause you there.
Okay.
Take a breather here. When we come back, we'll hear your experience and I'll come to Rama to stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.